Hey guys, Tim here again, one handy guy. Yesterday we dropped that tree. This morning we're going to go cut it up, move it with the skid steer, and hopefully 6 pieces, not have to cut it all into a bunch of pieces. But anyway, you can see here I've got several chainsaws. I've got a Stihl MS 271. I've got my Echo here and my Stihl 170. All these are good chainsaws. But my go-to saw has always been this Echo. That's kind of my little design for storing them. This saw has been one of my favorite chainsaws I've ever used. I think the model on this is the CS400. It's just a perfect weight, perfect everything. I really like this saw. In fact, this is my third one. So anyway, we're going to utilize this saw and cut up our tree. So hope you guys enjoy the show. So I'm just going to get to work, and I might talk a little during the process, but we'll see. Well, the first thing we want to do is make sure we got plenty of gas and oil. It looks like we need a little bit of both. Mix up the mixture. Whoever invented these cans ought to be shot. Now you have to loosen them up or they get overheated and the air pressure will explode the can. So you got to always make sure you unscrew the lid when you're done with it. And let's add a little bit of bar oil. All right, I'm gonna put these back up. And we're ready to go up to cut the tree. Misting rain makes it perfect this morning. Way better than the 105-degree heat we've been having. This is not going to be too bad this morning. By the way, I have no products and promotions. I'm not getting paid for anything that I recommend. It's just purely from use and my experience over the years. So you can take that to heart. Yeah, we obviously put a little too much oil in there. Oh well, needed to clean out the bed of my gator anyway. Okay, so I'm thinking, I hope I've got this turned right on the camera this time, where it's going to show a little more down in what I'm doing. So I'm thinking to cut this into actually 6 sections, since there's 2 wings of this, and then I'm going to come get the skid steer and try and grab them in one piece. So we'll just see how that goes. Pull the choke out, hit this a few times. Pull that up. I'll let it warm up. Tell you what, that chain tighten that up before we get started. That's the only downside of this saw. The chain on these is a pain in the ass, or excuse me, pain in the butt, in that they want to loosen up all the time, and that will jump the track in a heartbeat if it gets too loose. So that's really the only downside I've seen to this chainsaw. And yes, I over tighten it every time trying to stop that from happening, but it evidently doesn't work. And we're just going to loosen that up enough where we can tighten the chain. That's loose enough. Come right here, turn that a couple of twists, much better. And then just tighten these bolts back up. Chainsaw needs a good cleaning, I do believe. Okay. Let's start her back and try again. Have to do it in 4 sections if we're going to get it moved. We're going to try and do right through here. See how dead it was. Awful dead. I may be able to grab that in one piece. We're going to try it. Alright, so we're going to see if we can get this with the skid steer in just 6 sections. And hopefully that's going to work. So let's run up and grab the skid steer. You know what? I may need my chainsaw here. So I think I'm going to just set this down over here. And I'll come back and get it if I don't need it. Always trying to work a little smarter instead of harder. Plan may work, may not. We'll just have to see. And yes, I smoke, and yes, I know it's bad for me. Been smoking for a lot of years now. Pretty sure I know what's gonna kill me. We'll let it warm up for a minute. You don't want to just take off, hit the ground, running in the skid steer. You gotta let it idle for a minute, warm it up so you don't tear it up. I hope you can see I swapped out the bucket for the forks yesterday on my way in after we pulled the tree down. All right. Turn our hydraulics on. Let's get going. Got part of it.